So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rajnish Singh. Today we are going to explain electromagnetic shear locks. So in this video we'll cover function, principle, installation, pro, cons, uses, integration, compatibility, standard, certification, make list and so many things. Okay. So without wasting our time, let's start. So as you can see, we already covered lots of locking hardwares which we are using in access control system. All six: electromagnetic, electric strike, motorized dead bolt, smart lock, motorized lock, electrified panic devices. So these are we already covered. So now we will cover this shear locks. Okay. So shear locks, you can see the pictures, and this is quite similar to electromagnetic lock, means Maglock. Okay. So next, magnetic functionality and principles. So an electromagnetic shear lock is an electromechanical lock designed to resist lateral forces, means by shear forces. Lateral means shear force. Okay. So these are going to be slide. Okay, this will be fixed and this will be mounted on the door, so this will be movable. So this will be slide over this space. Okay, on this plane, you can say in this plane, by forces bringing an electromagnet and an armature into flux in plane engagement, so that load is carried across the shear tab pin and interlocking faces rather than purely in tension. Okay, so they are typically mortized or concealed, mounted in the door and frame, and used where high anti-pry resistance required. And if you want aesthetic look, so you can also use this, and this is also improve the temper resistance. Okay. uh, so you can see, this is the electromagnetic shear lock. This is called concealed. So both this will be mounted in frame and this will be mounted in the door, so this will be fixed, and this will be invisible, like it, this will looks aesthetic. Okay. And this is semi concealed, so one will be mounted in door frame and one will be mounted in door. So door parts will be surface mount and this will be hidden. Okay, in frame. Now this is surface mount. So surface mount is just like, all will be mounted in surface. It will be like electromagnetic and electromaglock, you see already, if you see. So this will be mount like that one only, so this will work like that. Okay. So next one. So here, it's we will just see the functions. So what is the primary functions, means to secure a door by creating a strong magnetic bond between embedded electromagnet and its armature plate, and shear resistance. So this will be produce shear resistance in between both armature and electromagnetic plate. So interlocking shear tab pin or matching faces transfer lateral load in plane, improve the resistance to sliding, kicking or prying. Okay. So and access control roles, what will be role of access control here? So this will be controlled by the card reader or pin pad or biometric or interlock. Okay. By monitoring and safety purpose, it will provide lock status feedback, like door is open or closed, and wired into to be wired into fire egress circuit to release alarm. Okay, in alarm condition. So operating principle, so it's very simple. It will work on the electromagnetic and armature. So there will be power supply. So once get the power supply, this will be locked. Okay. And this will work on shear and load path and floating armature and alignment. And next one is power behavior. So it will usually use as a fail safe, will not use as a fail secure. So shear lock will be only useful in fail safe configuration. Okay. So because to produce magnet between armature and that plate, you required power. If power loss will be there, so operation will be fail. Okay. Next one, this is just regarding installation purpose. So here we will see the overview. So first you have to select the model for the door type, like if it is a single door or double door. So on the basis of that, you have to select the model. Okay. And second one, prepare mortise cutouts. So you have to mark the cut in door and frame as well, in both. Okay. So you have to mark and then you have to cut out that part. Then mount, you have to mount the magnet in frame mount the magnet in door and armature in frame. Okay. Next one is, then you have to do the wiring. Okay. For with surge substation and supervised circuit if required. Otherwise you can just provide a 12-volt DC power supply to access to via access control relay. Okay. And then we have to adjust the alignment in between door and frame and with shear locks. Okay. And then you have to integrate the life safety, like fire alarm system with fire alarm system or any other uh, systems which is related to this door. Test holding force release on power loss and repeated cycle document setting. Okay. So key checks are exact voltage accuracy, correct coil voltage, and continuous duty rating, door frame reinforcement, and verified release on fire alarm system. So these things we have to check while installations. Okay. So I have bring something image for you. This is just procedure I have segregated out in 11 parts. So you can see here you have to cut out and then you have to drill. First you have to mark and then drill and cut out, and then you have to screw this extension piece of the armature, and then you have to connect the armature with the power. Then you have to screw, and next one you have to cut out in door, then you screw, and then you have to install the magnet part. Okay. And this is the final. And here if you see it's frame, and here it's already mounted, and in door it's mounted here. Okay. So this is installations. Now we are going to move next one. So next one is just regarding pro and cons, and here you can see what is the pro and what is the cons of the shear log. So we will cover pro and cons as compared to Maglock because it's quite similar to Maglock. And so see, superior shear pry resistance versus Maglock for the comparable holding forces. So this has a more shear force, more holding powers as compared to Maglock. Now concealed and mortise installations. So this you can install as a concealed. This will look aesthetic. Okay. And adjustability of floating armature, so you can improve reliability on imperfect doors, and good for double pair doors where in plain locking is needed. Okay. So cons is like complex installation, higher cost, power dependency, and maintenance. Okay. So next one, uses. So where we are using, so we are using in corporate offices, healthcare facility, educational institutional, retail, hospitality, high-end residential, government and critical infrastructure, glass and frameless doors we can install. So these area we are using. Okay. Next one, integration and compatibility. So this lock will be easily compatible and we can integrate with access control systems, and this will require the power 12-volt or 24-volt DC, and monitoring, this will able to monitor the door positioning. Okay. And life safety, we can integrate with the life safety like fire alarm and other stuff. So regarding door type, so it could be mount on metal door, wood door, glass door, like whatever. Okay. So environmental purpose, so this is stainless and corrosion resistance finish for exterior and corrosive environment. So this lock we can use in exterior and interior as well. Okay. Here some standards and codes are listed here. So if you want to take the screenshot you can take and you can read later. So this is very useful for all of the guys who is working or who is dealing in ELV systems. ANSI BHMA 1 A156.23. So this is standard which is required in electromagnetic shear locks. Like this is American national standard for electromagnetic lock. Covers cyclical, dynamic, operational, strength and finish test. Grade 1 required 10 lakh cycle and high holding forces. Applicability to shear locks, like shear lock must meet or exceed at grade 1 for high security application. So next one, UL10C. So UL10C standard for positive pressure fire test of door assemblies, ensure lock do not compromise fire door integrity, means required for fire rated doors and assemblies. So what is UL 294? So this standard for access control system unit addresses electrical safety and integration, means if you will talk about shear lock, so it's relevant to lock integrated with access control system. UL 1034, so standard for Bulgari resistance electric locking mechanism, like applied to shear lock market as Bulgari resistance. CE marking, it's related to indicate with European safety, health and environmental requirement, like required for sale in the European Union. If you are going to sell this product Union European Union, so this marking you should have. Like if the product will not have this marking, CE marking, so that product can't be sold in European Union state. Okay. EN 16341. So European fire resistance test for door and hardware. So shear lock on fire doors in Europe must comply. And next one, NFPA 101. So it's related to life safety. And this lock should be follow the life safety code and international building code mandate free egress and integration with fire alarm system. Shear lock must allow emergency exit release and comply with egress requirement. Means if fire will be there and anything will happen, so this door should be open. Okay. So see, regarding certifications, so certifications will explain about the standard. Means if you see the UL listed certifications is there, means this lock will follow the UL standard. Okay, so these are the certifications which we already discussed in last slide. Okay, in so you can see CE marking EN 1634 fire ratings and CSFM California State Fire Marshal MEA ISO 9001. Okay, so this is the standard symbol. Okay, ANSI BHMA and UL listed. So manufacturers typically display certifications mark on product level and documentation. Always verify certifications for your specific application and jurisdiction. So next one is manufacturer list. So here you can see a lots of manufacturers there. So SDC security door control, and you can see which regions this belong and what is the notable product. So notable product which one. So SDC they have high shear series. This will comes with concealed, semi concealed surface mount, patented floating armature, and this has NSI BHMA grade annual listed. So next one is ASA Abloy. So Sear Mag series, and they are producing. Okay, so advanced monitoring and high voltage force. Door Makba EMSL 2000 and 2700 series. This locks made of alloy steel and fire rated and global reach. Alpro IEC. Okay, EM 1200. You can see Camden door controls. So this CX 9M 93M. So Camden door control CX 93M 1 to LS. So Nordsum ELY RGL Electronics Quent International ASA Abloy. There is one more Trimac. Okay, so these are the manufacturer list, and I will show you the pictures of some of the manufacturers brand. Manufacturer is HDC security door control, and you can see this is concealed, this is semi concealed, this is surface mounted, and Alpro IEC. So this will look like this, and Camden, this is also concealed type. Okay, and this is also concealed type. So most of lock will comes as a concealed because this will give a look better look and aesthetic look. Okay, so see here some of the selection checklist before buying. Okay, so you have to check the door frame type and required holding force, voltage, what power required, monitoring features, and fire egress compliance, environmental finishes, and maintenance access. So these are some checklists you have to check. So maintenance and troubleshooting. If you already install this product, if you need a maintenance or troubleshoot, so you have to follow this checklist, and you can see some of the checklist I have already mentioned, like check and clean contact surface. So you have to check the clean contact surface, is this clean or not. So remove paint and debris and corrosions if already there, and verify alignment and adjustment. Seems so shear tab engage uniformly. Measure supply voltage under load low voltage lower holding force means you have to check the power supply, because if power will not, this will not get proper power, so holding force will be lower, because lower voltage implement to lower holding forces. Okay, so replace one shear tab pin and verify temper covers are secure. Test release and power loss and fire alarm input periodically. So you have to check periodically. Okay. So these are the things which we have covered and in electromagnetic shear locks. So thank you so much guys to stay there and learn new things in access control system. So if you have anything related to access control system or ELV systems, you can reach out to me. We'll try to explain and we'll try to give some new ideas. So please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye. We'll meet in next videos.